Hey guys, Jay, welcome back to the channel. Sorry, I just had to check if my mic was working. Uh, what is going on right now, guys? What is going on? I literally, quite literally, posted about the Rancor, Haslab Project, pretty much exactly the same time as Hasbro decided to actually post their update. And it's just, oh my god, it's embarrassing, but at the same time it really is kind of telling as to what's been going on with this particular project. First of all, welcome back to the stream. My name is Jay. Welcome, guys. This has been one heck of a crazy week. Obviously, we just came off of the Black Friday Thanksgiving weekend, so happy belated Thanksgiving weekend to everybody out there who celebrates it. But yeah, today I was just pondering on so many things. Obviously, Monday came and went. Cyber Monday. Nobody was really thinking about backing any projects for anything really. They were just worried about grabbing some TVs, grabbing some clothes, some appliances, some new electronics, whatever it was. A new Nintendo Switch, PlayStation is never going to show up. But anyway, then today came around. And, everyone's just sitting around, just wondering what's going on. And, of course, in my head of heads, I started thinking, what's going on with that Haslab project? I don't know what's exactly happening. And, I just started looking around. I see that there are, again, still 3 Haslab projects going on. Hasbro has not told us anything. Literally, zips the word for like weeks after, things started to happen. After the last Fan First Friday, and I just basically said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make a quick video. I'm gonna implore to if you guys haven't seen it yet, I actually made a video, which literally I just posted at the exact same time. Apparently, that Hasbro decided to post their update, and it was titled, and you guys can go see this. You can even check the timestamp. It was titled "The Last Week." Haslab, say something. Like literally say anything. Because honestly, let's be honest, they have been absolutely dead silent as to what's been going on with this project. And that's bad. That is absolutely freaking terrible. You cannot leave the fans in the dark. You cannot, the few backers that you have left, because okay, let's do a really quick recap, just in case people do not know what the heck I'm talking about. So, guys, really quickly, over at Hasbro, we had a Hasbro event called Hasbro Pulse, where Hasbro was releasing a whole bunch of different news about all their upcoming action figures and toy lines. In that live stream that they were doing for all their products, they announced 2 Haslab projects. Haslab projects are dream projects for fans, which cannot be done on normal channels. They announced the Rancor Beast, which is the subject of this particular video. They announced the GI Joe Skystriker. 2 Haslab projects running at the exact same time. That's unprecedented. It's never happened before, ever. So a lot of people were kind of skeptical. Are they going to be able to run this at the same time? But there was still a lot of optimism. Both projects came out of the gate literally like bats out of heck. It was literally a marathon, kind of a marathon run, but it started off with a sprint. By the 3rd day, they both had about 1,000 backers. However, they pulled a bombshell on every fan that was out there, and it literally announced 5 days later that they would be doing a Ghostbusters project. All 3 projects will be running the exact same time. And not only that, it was a freaking replica Proton Pack. Oh my gosh. The perfect storm happened. We have a Proton Pack replica, which is priced at an amazing price of $399, plus the fact that they have a movie tie-in, which actually helps to push the sales of this Proton Pack. Now you have this Proton Pack literally just basically going 0 to 2,000, being back like freaking crazy. And where does that leave the Rancor Beast and the Skystriker? Well, we found out pretty quickly, didn't we? Both projects ended up suffering massively. What started off as huge, what started off as huge projects, really like shooting out of the gate so quickly, trickled down to like almost a snail's pace. None of the projects, except for the Ghostbusters Haslab Proton Pack, were being backed after about 2 or 3 weeks. It was getting pretty hairy. We started getting some news from little news bites here and there, and for the Rancor, we started getting announcements about the actual stretch goals. In my opinion, the GI Joe Skystriker actually did a really good move. The GI Joe Haslab team actually made a good move. They released all of the stretch goals right away, telling all the backers, you can get this, you can get this, you can get this. You know, an extra Scarlet, another a ripcord. You can get ripcord, and if they finally make it, you get 2 additional grounds crew members. That's 4 additional figures for the stretch goals. Absolutely insane. The Rancor Beast was actually more of a traditional crowdsource project. They did not talk about any of the stretch goals, and they wanted to do that leading up to the project, as the project was being funded. Unfortunately, because it started slowing down so readily, they were forced to actually release the first Haslab stretch goal for the Rancor Beast, and it ended up being the Gamorrean Guard. This was kind of okay, that's not bad kind of moment for a lot of fans. However, the Gamorrean Guard's been out for quite some time, and you can still actually pick him up at Big Bad Toy Store and other locations if you look hard enough. That kind of fizzled a little bit. So, a few days later, they released the second tier. Unfortunately, this one didn't really give any enthusiasm to fans. It was a bunch of bones and a backdrop, which a lot of fans feel should have already been included with the Rancor Beast to begin with. After all, the Skystriker comes with missiles galore, blast effects, 2 freaking pilots, a flight stand, a refueling station, and a missile refueling station. That is a lot of accessories when you think about the fact that the Rancor Beast doesn't come with anything. Literally, the Rancor Beast is all you get if they only make the 9,000 backer goal. Kind of crazy. So they set up a Fan First Friday. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. That Fans First Friday, everyone was on bated breath to figure out what they were going to do. A lot of anticipation and hopes and dreams were that we were going to get 2 additional figures, two additional figures, and hopefully announce either the Rancor Keeper or possibly Ula, the exotic dancer. And some fans were even holding out hope beyond hope, that it could have been Captive Leia. Slave Leia, guys. That was really the big what if. And unfortunately, it did not come to pass. What ended up happening is, after half an hour of talking about the Rancor Beast, all the difficulties in getting it done, all the progress that was being done on the Rancor Beast, showing off the paint applications and everything on the Fan First Friday, they finally announced the 2 stretch goals that were actually going to be put forward for the final leg of the campaign. And what did we get, guys? We got Salacious Crumb and a brand new, fully retooled figure of Luke Skywalker. This did not sit well with many of the fans who were back in the project. And it was pretty evident immediately how much people were not happy with this announcement. Pretty much immediately after the announcements were made, backers started pulling out their pledges. Within an hour, they had lost about 50 backers. By the end of the day, they lost almost 150 backers. And as of right now, it sits at, well, actually, things might have changed right now, because as you guys know, just by the title of this video, you know things might have changed. And we're going to check on that in a second. But they were down as low as 4,000. I think it was 700. And let me just check on that really quick. Hold on, just let me check on that really quick, guys. What was it again? It was Hasbro Pulse. What were they at before? Again, now that number might have changed, but I'm going to check it anyway. Okay, yeah, it really has changed. Yeah, they were down as low as 4,748 backers. That was crazy. And today, quite literally, as soon as I posted my video, which was titled, the last week, Haslab Say Something, quite literally, as soon as I posted it, I was doing a premiere, and I was chatting with some people on the live chat, and people were literally telling me as the video was playing, they just announced the Rancor Keeper. They just announced Malakili. And I was like, what are you talking about? I start typing. I'm like, what are you saying? What are you talking about? What's going on? When did this happen? And they said 15 minutes ago, they announced Malakili is going to be the first stretch goal and it's not even a stretch. It's technically not even a stretch goal because basically they set it up. I'm going to show it. I'm going to show it right now. Check it out, guys. This was the official announcement on the Hasbro Pulse Instagram page. And guys, I couldn't believe it. Like, seriously, I could not believe it. I thought people were pulling my leg when they were saying this. This is absolutely insane. Yes, this post, this one photo with a description right here says it all. Let's read this, guys. Let's read it together. Hasbro Pulse. We really appreciate all the feedback we received in an effort to make Haslab Rancor the best possible dream product. With that, we realized that we can't leave the most dangerous creature, the Rancor, roaming the galaxy without its keeper. We will be adding a fully new tool, Star Wars The Black Series Malakili figure, to the base offering, meaning that if we fund at 9,000 units, Malakili is going to be the accessory that comes with the Rancor Keeper. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. Now, it should be noted that they also said that Malakili is uncarded. So we see here that Malakili is uncarded, but he's ready for action. So he won't be coming with a special edition card like Luke will, or like the Gaborian Guard or Salacious Crumb. He will not be coming with any of those with any of those card backs, but he will be coming with his unique gaffy stick inspired by Star Wars: The Return of the Jedi. This figure is in active development and will be shared, and we will share renders as part of our backer updates if, and here's the key, if the project successfully moves into production. This final edition figure can only be added if we hit our target goal of 9,000 backers before the campaign deadline of December 6th, 2021. Thank you for your help in sharing this product in real time. The fans of the Haslab Rancor Project the fate of the Haslab Rancor Project is in your hands. We hope to bring both the Rancor and Malakili to the passionate fans. Visit HasbroPulse.com for details. So, oh my God, such exciting news, guys. Such exciting news. But seriously, though, what can we take away from this? Honestly, what can we take away from this? Honestly, did it have to come down to this? Did it seriously have to come down to this? There were a lot of factors involved in what transpired here. How this haul came about. First of all, the perfect storm. Let's really dive in a little bit deeper to this. The perfect storm itself was kind of ridiculous. This should not have happened. Honestly, 3 Haslab projects running at the exact same time. I don't know what Haslab or the Hasbro executives were thinking at the time, or the project managers, or whatever. All 3 projects running at the same time is risky, very, very risky. At least running the projects of these legendary properties that everybody wants. Star Wars, Ghostbusters, GI Joe, some of the hottest properties that Hasbro has going right now. It was just crazy to think that you could run 3 projects at the same time. 2 projects I can understand. But people had just picked up their people just finished paying for their Galactus figure, so they're already out $250 for that figure. Now on Hasbro Pulse, PulseCon, you said, okay, fine, we're going to have the Rancor and we're going to have the GI Joe Skystriker. So now you're asking fans to pick between 2 legendary products which have crossover fans. Absolutely, bar none, they have crossover fans. And then 5 days later, you decide to tell everybody that there's a surprise Haslab project for the Ghostbusters Proton Pack. What the heck, Hasbro? What were you thinking? This didn't make any sense. Coupled with the fact, just to add to this perfect storm, to add to the fact that you're asking us to choose between 3 of our children. Which child do you love the most? Which child do you care for the most? Do you care for GI Joe? Do you care for the Rancor, or do you care for Ghostbusters? Which of your 3 children are you going to choose to feed today? What the heck, Hasbro? Seriously, that just didn't make any sense. Now, let's remember what time of year we're in. Oh my God, you did this in October. Thanksgiving, for many Americans, is in November. Literally a month away. What the heck? Everybody's budgets are pretty much run really, really thin as it is right now. It just doesn't make sense at this stage to have these kinds of projects running when people need to buy Christmas gifts. People need to buy, gifts for the holidays. People need to decorate their homes. People need to, oh my gosh, Black Friday. What were you thinking? And not only that, you actually have the campaign ending the week after Black Friday. Oh my God. The decisions that were being made here were just, kind of mind-blowing. What was happening? I think it can be, I think we can safely say mistakes were made. A ton of mistakes were made, during this campaign. And honestly, again, I truly believe that you probably could have gotten away with 2 Haslab projects, but 3 Haslab projects from 3 freaking legendary, geek properties. Oh my God, just crazy. Coupling to the fact that the Ghostbusters Haslab project, first of its kind, right? Same thing with the GI Joe Haslab project, first of its kind too. But the Ghostbusters Haslab project, talk about stacking the deck. You have a Ghostbusters Haslab project, first of its kind, supported by a movie, which launches not even 3 weeks later, right? Then the Proton Pack itself is priced at a phenomenal price. $399 for a Proton Pack. If you were a cosplayer or if you were a customizer or anything of that nature and know what it's like to build a custom Proton Pack, there's just no brainer here. Even as a base to finish customizing later down the road, $399 is an absolute steal. It just made no freaking sense, to put that and literally cannibalize your market. Take away from the other 2 Haslab projects. You're literally taking fans away from GI Joe, fans away from the Star Wars. It just did not make any sense. Then I'm repeating myself a lot, but basically we come to the holiday season. People's money is just, their wallets are thin as it is, and then the offerings. The offerings just did not work out for the Haslab Rancor Beast. It just did not make any sense. The worst part about this. Sorry, it's not the worst part, but the signs were there. All the signs were there telling Haslab, you know what, we have to, we might need to push this back maybe, or perhaps, you know what, maybe we got to rethink some of the plans that we made for this Rancor Beast, because honestly, things are starting to slow down. The reality is we have to look at this on. Okay, so let's just dial this back a little bit again. I'm getting too animated here. I'm just getting a little excited. But A, because this announcement. B, because I've been sitting on bated breath for so long to figure out what the heck's going on with this project. Silence, literally silence for 2 weeks. Like it's just frustrating as hell. And it must be even more frustrating for the people who still remain backers, because they were leaving in droves. Like honestly, like again, they were literally leaving in en masse. It was down 200, almost 300 backers at one point down. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely insane. So let's just dial it back really quickly 1 second. You have the Rancor Beast. Okay, fine. Number 1. But it comes with nothing. It literally is just the Rancor Beast for $350. Pretty much as soon as the campaign was announced, there was a lot of chatter on social media. A lot of people, a lot of YouTubers were basically voicing their opinion that $350 for a Rancor Beast by itself, it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. That seems like a lot of money just for the Rancor Beast. A lot of people were saying it should be $200, maybe $175, maybe $100, maybe $250. That's what people were like, okay, that's the kind of ceiling that I'm willing to actually pay for. I think I'm willing to actually go for about $250 max. So $100 less from what the actual price is. So now, if you're going to go ahead with that model, okay, fine. Let's just leave it like that. What else are you going to give me, right? If I go ahead and back this, if I'm going to be one of those people who's going to say, yeah, I'm going to put my money down for this, what else can I get out of this project? If I tell my friends, if I tell my coworkers, if I tell all my friends in the geek community, what am I going to get? So out the gate, they offer up a Gamorrean guard. Okay, fine. He's part of the scene. It makes sense to have him in there. But let's be honest. Again, I'm repeating myself a little bit, but he's already been and still is available in certain regards out there in the wild. So you can actually pick up a Gamorrean guard. Then you follow it up with something which a lot of people consider to be the accessories pack that should have come with the Rancor Beast anyway. The bones and the backdrop. What the heck? Seriously. Right then and there, from all the pushback that was happening from the fans, from all the, and they say it themselves. It's what are they said it themselves. The feedback, right? They said it themselves. The feedback that they received, right? They're learning from that, right? Thankfully that seems to be the case. That seems to be the case, thankfully, and you know what? I'm glad for it. But did they learn? Right? That's the key. Because a lot of fans were like saying, you know, this is crazy. There's a lot of pushback. They're like, why are we getting bones and a backdrop when you can literally use the box to actually cut out a backdrop? Like, what the heck is going on, Hasbro? Bones. The number of memes that I've seen about bones is getting ridiculous now. It's getting really it's getting pretty sad, actually, the number of bones memes that I'm seeing right now. So you know what, they decided to pivot a bit. They said, okay, fine. We were going to wait to release the rest of them, but let's do a Fan First Friday. Announce it out of nowhere. Let's do a Fan First Friday. Let's talk about the rest of the stretch goals. Everybody and their cousin, I think, who wanted this Rancor Beast, who still wants this Rancor Beast, literally was shouting at Hasbro and saying, "Give us Ula." Give us Ula. We want Ula. We want the girl who was eaten by the Rancor. We want the dancer that was eaten by the Rancor. Literally, waves of fans, huge waves of fans were saying Ula, Ula, Ula. And I think there's a meme out there saying Ula no Mula, right? It's becoming a mantra right now. Honestly, I don't think Ula was in the cards. I don't think Ula will ever be in the cards. Just like I don't think Captive Leia is going to be in the cards either. Slave Leia. Guys, I don't think that those are going to be in the cards. That's just not possible. If it is, I'd be shocked, and honestly, I'd be in absolute. I think I'd faint. I think that if that ever happened. But the other figure that was possible, the other figure that should have been announced, that should have been part of this whole campaign anyway, was of course Malakili. Malakili alone should have been, included in the scenario right off the bat. He should have been in the conversation. For crying out loud, he's called the Rancor Keeper. This, like, what was anybody thinking? Not including this right, as part of the decision. True, we are offered, a brand new Luke, but again, a little bit of poor decisions all around. Why include Luke all the way at the end? 19,000 backers for Luke. We have like 12 Lukes. You know what I mean? Like in different variations. There are so many Lukes out there already, right? True, there are only about 2 or 3 Return of the Jedi Lukes, but honestly, between Endor Luke, Return of the Jedi Luke, there's so many of them. Special edition Luke that was only at San Diego Comic-Con. Guys, there's so many Lukes out there, right? All right, fine. He's got new tooling. He's got all this great stuff. But seriously, what the heck, Hasbro? Like these are decisions. Like, just ask a fan. You know what? What the heck? What am I talking about? Ask a fan. Make a poll, right? Who would you want? Who, if we did a Kickstarter, who do you want to see on the next Kickstarter? You will have tons of ideas coming out the ears. Like people are literally screaming at Hasbro, saying, we want this character, we want that character, right? It just boggles the mind. And then you think about the actual characters that were involved in that scene. Of course, it's going to be Luke, the Gamorrean Guard, the Rancor Keeper, and Ula, right? What the heck happened with Salacious Crumb? That decision just made no freaking sense. It really didn't. But all that aside, let's clean the slate. Let's just clean the slate right now. Let's put all of those things at the back burner for now, because you know what? It's a new day, guys. It is a new day. This November 30th, 2021, Haslab has decided to bless us with the Rancor Keeper that everyone has been asking for. Seriously, this is quite the revelation. Honestly, what does this mean? This means that the fans have spoken. This means that the fans have the power to make change. This means that we did it, guys. We spoke with our hearts. We spoke with our minds. And I hate to say it this way, but we spoke with our pledges. When things started going south, and I do mean south, for Haslab, they took notice. And boy, did they take notice. They literally, I believe, this whole silence, this last 2 weeks, that was literally, the silence was deafening with this. Absolute quiet. No word from Hasbro. And literally, after that Fan First Friday, it was literally deathly quiet. And all of us who were hoping for this Haslab project to even get to the finish line, we were like, what the heck, Hasbro? What the hell's going on? Seriously, tell us something. Are you going to extend the project? Are you going to cancel the project? Are you just going to let it fizzle out and die? What is going on? I've been talking about this for really the past 2 weeks, but I was confident. I'm still confident. I'm actually very, very confident that they will go ahead and extend this project. I'm pretty sure, especially if it does not reach the 9,000 backers. They will definitely extend this project another 45 days because they've already spent the money. Once you have a prototype in hand, once you actually have this freaking beast, you've spent the money. There's already been tool and dyeing done. There's already been designs done. The Razor Crest did not have an actual physical model. It did not. The what's it called? The sail barge did not have a physical model. It did not. So those were projects in conception only. They were literally a conceived idea. When you actually have a physical model, 3D printed or not, whether it's resin, whether it's whatever plastic it's made out of, the money has been spent. The ratchet joints that you were able to hear, all of the tool and dyeing that was done on the figure, all of the paint apps that were done for that particular model, the money has been spent. So they would be operating at a complete loss. This would have been a complete write-off for them if this Haslab project does not make it off the ground. So no matter what, just like Unicron, and this is a very important thing. This big beast sets the tone. This guy sets the tone, and the reason he sets the tone is because, and this is something that I think a lot of people need to realize, Unicron was going to be made regardless. Takara was going to release Unicron with or without Hasbro's consent. They were going to pay the license to Hasbro. They were going to say, fine, we want to release Unicron for the anniversary of the Transformers. Here's the money. We're going to release it, and we're going to let fans buy it, for overseas and everything like that. Hasbro's like, F that. We need this. We need to be part of this. Like, seriously, this is crazy. Unicron, and we didn't even know about it. Absolutely insane. And it was evident when that happened because at San Diego Comic-Con, or just the week before, the week prior to San Diego Comic-Con, when they announced the project, they only gave people 20 days. It wasn't even a regular 45-day campaign. It was just, I could be wrong. I could be wrong with that. But I seem to recall that it was so short. It was such a short amount of time for people to actually figure out what to do with their money that people literally were like, well, I think I missed this one. And it literally kind of passed them by. So what did they do? Hasbro realized right at the end of the campaign, oh, crap, we're not going to make this. This is going to be a failure. We're going to look like fools, right? So what do? Okay, we're extending it for another 45 days. And you know what? Not only did it reach its goal, it broke its goal. Like, well surpassing. They didn't even bother counting it after a while. It was crazy. I fully expect that if the Rancor Beast did not reach its 9,000 goal, they will definitely extend another 45 days. But it's not going to be like, it's probably going to be something like, if it's 8,500, that's probably where they're going to extend it. If it gets to like 8,900, I would fully imagine that Hasbro is just going to kick in that extra 100 backers just to actually get the project over the hump and not have to produce, more Gamorrean guards, more Salacious Crumbs, more of the accessories pack, which they should have actually included in the first place. And of course, keeping that sweet Luke Skywalker, which they're going to release later on, it to the public, in a Black Series format. They're going to keep that for themselves. And yeah, there's that money. And now they only have to worry about producing Malakili, the Rancor Keeper, if they reach their 9,000 backer goal, which is pretty evident because it's actually right here in type right here. It says right here, we will be adding. Come here. What's going on here? We will be adding the fully newly tooled Star Wars Black Series Malakili figure to the base offering, funding at 9,000 units. So, quite literally, it is the olive branch which we've been telling them to actually offer us for the longest time. But it comes at the end of this campaign. With only 6 days left, a little over 6 days left to go, where does this leave us, guys? Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure it has the legs. Let's go ahead. You know what? What am I talking about? Let's go ahead and take a look. After this announcement hit, from what I remember, they were the Haslab Project at the time when, I'm going to check my phone. Where is it? So let me just check really quickly. As of yesterday, as of yesterday, when I had refreshed. Okay, hold on for a second. When I had refreshed the Rancor, where is it? Okay, all right. So yesterday, it was at 7,000. It's hard to see. I can't really 7,000. Sorry, 4,758. That was the number. That was the number yesterday. Okay, 4,758 backers. As soon as it hit, I know for a fact the backers started coming back. So where does the Rancor Beast sit right now? 4,774 backers. Let's hit refresh. Holy crap, guys! Oh my gosh, the backers have returned. We're now back. We're now up to 4,830 backers. Holy cow! Oh my gosh, this is crazy. All right. 6 days left to go. What is that number? Hold on. So what do we have left? So 9,000 minus 4,830 backers. Oh god, that's a big number. Okay. So just by a little bit of math, because I'm terrible at math, they need 4,170 backers to reach their funding goals for the Rancor. But with that, and this is the takeaway we need to be very clear about. Once they reach 9,000, you will be getting Malakili. So there's no more stretch goal on that. He is the accessory that's included with the Rancor Beast. I am absolutely 100% positive that was not planned. This is something which is a result of fan pushback, fan, feedback, and just people being upset and disappointed, really. I'm not going to say upset, but people who were disappointed at the offerings and really not being heard. It's been so much time. There's so many videos out there where fans are, impassionately pleading to Hasbro and saying, I'm pulling my funding because you guys aren't listening. I'm pulling my funding because I have every single one of these figures. I have a Gamorrean Guard. I've got Luke. I can buy Salacious Crumb now. I can go to Disney Plus store and buy it there. What am I getting out of this? Bones? Bones and the background are the only things I'm getting. Where does that leave me? That leaves me wanting to retract my pledge. And you know what? Everybody out there who messaged Hasbro, who sent them a tweet, who sent them a private message on Instagram, who called their offices, who emailed them on Hasbro Pulse. Congratulations, everybody! Give yourselves a round of applause. You deserve it. You have enacted change in the toy community. This is unprecedented. First of all, it's been unprecedented that so many backers had backed out so quickly after hearing that Fan First Friday. It was literally ridiculous. From my calculation, it was upwards of 300 plus backers who literally said, I don't want this anymore. The people who were on YouTube, all the YouTubers who were basically saying, this is a joke. This is not what I wanted. I want to back this thing, but at $350, I need a little bit more, right? Everybody who basically, in forums, in groups, as communities, right here, toy communities, Star Wars communities, everybody who basically, shared memes, made memes, you guys helped to make this change. Congratulations. Hasbro as a company has listened to the fans, and they've actually enacted this change by making a commitment to the fans and saying, yes, we're listening to you. This has been a long time coming. And you know what? If you really want to look back at the history of Star Wars, it seems like this is not the first time this has happened. Not going to name any names. Not going to name any movies. You guys know what I'm talking about. This is another way that the fans have said, we're not going to take this kind of, offerings. This is not something that we want. We don't want another Gamorrean Guard. We don't need another Gamorrean Guard. We don't want Salacious Crumb when we can go and buy him in the store. This is ridiculous. Luke, beautiful. But honestly, what the F? And we're not satisfied with a bunch of bones as a stretch goal. That should be something that was included with the package. It's absolutely crazy. Again, round of applause to everybody out there who helped to make this change. You guys have done it. This is an absolute win for all the fans. I can't believe it. I just had to jump on here, guys. I literally had to jump on here because it was almost like it was kismet, really. It was literally kismet. I posted that video literally virtually at the same time. Virtually at the same time, I posted this video on my YouTube channel, and then while the video is playing at the premiere, people are literally messaging me and saying, "Jay, we got Malakili. We've got Malakili. He's been announced." And I'm like, "What are you guys talking about? Since when?" And they're like, "Literally now. He's been posted now." And I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it. It's happened. The fans have spoken. It really is happening." Guys, congratulations. This is something, again, I've never seen this before, right? The number of backers who pulled out, the kind of money that they were losing on an hourly basis was just ridiculous, right? If you watch the video, you can literally see how much money they were losing. It's absolutely incredible. And now, thanks to you guys, thanks to everybody out here, thanks to everybody who tweeted, complained, emailed, everything, made memes. I love those memes, by the way. Those memes are hilarious. Everybody who did that, you guys have made a huge difference. Congratulations, everybody. You did it. This is true change in the Star Wars community, in the toy community, and especially a big win for all the fans. Congratulations, everybody. This is absolutely insane. But is it going to make a difference? They need, as I said, with a small calculation, they need 4,170 backers in 6 days. That's a tall order. That is a tall order. And it's going to take a monumental amount of social media to get this going. So I'm doing my part. I'm literally spreading the word with several of these videos. I'm gonna be posting an edited version of this live stream, to get a little bit more awareness of this. And, a lot of people have been saying, we hope Hasbro learns a lesson from this. Hopefully that the Rancor Beast doesn't fund. This is, teach them a lesson. You know what? Yes, I get it. I know what you're saying. But there are a lot of people who want this Rancor Beast. There are a lot of people who really want this piece, this iconic piece of Star Wars history in their homes. It's not fair to deny them, that which they want, right? And now Hasbro's pulling out that olive branch and giving a $30 figure. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say $30 figure because it's unique. It's not going to be produced, en masse until later. They're not going to be able to make their money back until quite some time. They're putting out the olive branch. They're putting out Malakili, and if it happens to get any of the other stretch goals, bonus. So I don't want to deny people the opportunity to get this. So guys, if you are still invested in the Rancor Beast and Malakili, because you're gonna get him, 4,170 backers, it's doable. 6 days, it's gonna be close, but it is doable. However, and this is another consideration, if you really do want to test Hasbro's resolve, it would be an interesting experiment to hold back and see if they get to 8,500 backers and just don't make it over the hump and basically have to pull a Unicron and extend it for another 45 days, giving people an opportunity to actually save up some more money over the holidays. Because let's be honest, it's freaking Christmas, man. It's freaking Black Friday just passed. Nobody's got any money. So seriously, Hasbro, cut us some slack. Extend the damn thing. Give us another 45 days. Let people who want this thing back this thing. Thank you for the Rancor Keeper. But honestly, you really need, and people really deserve that extension. Give us the extension. Give us the extra 45 days. Seriously, Hasbro, you owe it to the fans. Honestly, this is something I think people really deserve, to get another 45 days to actually back this. And you know what? I'm going to go as far as saying I wouldn't mind another figure, a tier 5, a real tier 5, to find out exactly if Ula could actually make this into an explosion of how many people will want to back this thing. Guys, thank you for joining me tonight. This was crazy. I just had to come here and talk about this. let's take a look and see who's in the chat. Wow, it's just exploded on me. Sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to get all my feelings out and everything that I wanted. My thoughts, sorry, not my feelings. I want to get all my thoughts out about what just transpired. Literally, as soon as I posted my video, what the heck happened? I just could not come to terms with it, so I thought I'd voice it out, on a live stream. Thank you for joining the live stream. 41 people in the stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. Pete, hey Pete Vita, good to see you, my friend. Hey Jay, does Haslab charge your credit card right away or when it ships? No. Pete, in terms of the Haslab project, they will charge you, in this case, unfortunately, they will do a microcharge on your account once the, no, sorry. So here's how I understand it. And you should give them a call. Pete, don't take advice from me. Don't take advice from anybody. There's 6 days left. Give Haslab a call. There's a hotline on the Hasbro Pulse website. Give them a call. From what I understand, and this is only what I'm taking away from this. I don't really know this for sure. When you do a pledge, they will take a small amount of money initially after all the backers have completed the pledge, but they won't charge you the full amount until the actual Haslab project is shipping. Now, please don't take that as Bible because I don't know 100%. Give Haslab a call. Ask them to make sure that that's actually the case, and I think a micropayment is like $10 or something like that, something really small, just to make sure that there's money in your account. Please do not take my word as gospel. Go check it out. Go give them a call. Do your homework, Pete. Make sure you got the right information. Fabulous Disaster. Hey, Fabulous Disaster. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing tonight? Armando, they charge you when the funding ends. Okay, so Armando seems to have some insight on this more. So when funding ends, which will be in 6 days, they will charge you the full amount. Is that what we understand, Armando? That they actually charge the full amount, all $399 plus tax, as soon as the funding is completed. So literally in 6 days they'll charge you the full amount. Okay, so I was completely wrong. So basically, according to Armando, they charge the full amount as soon as the funding ends. Jermaine, Mega J, what's up? Hey, Jermaine, good to see you, my friend. Just talking Star Wars, just talking the brand new announcements that have happened about the Malakili announcement for the Star Wars Rancor Beast. Pete, so they charge in December, Armando. Yes, according to Armando, that's when they charge. Joseph Michaels, the Adventurous Joe. Hey, how's it going, Joseph Michaels? I just seen the Rancor on Hasbro Pulse. The tier 1 is still the pig guard guy. Yes, but it's no longer a tier. Joseph, here's the important thing. It's not a stretch goal. You don't have to hit 11,000 backers. They are including Malakili as an accessory. He's going to be included with the Rancor Beast if it funds. So even if they only reach 9,100 backers, you will receive the Rancor Beast and you will receive Malakili. That is what I understand. That's why he's not been added as a tier on Hasbro Pulse. On the Haslab project page. So that's very exciting news. I hope that helps clear that up. Armando says correct. So Pete thanks him. Fabulous Disaster. Yeah, I'm not back in the Rancor. I can't do it in December. I know. It's hard. Seriously. The perfect storm is still here. I'm not sure they're going to be able to reach the finish line. I really don't think so. Because 4,170 backers in 6 days. I think this came a little too late. I think they're going to have to extend it. And if they do, that is really good news for a lot of people, including Fabulous Disaster, including myself. Because honestly, I just don't have $400 extra lying around to back this project. Honestly, I'm really going for that. I had to choose. I had to choose one of my children, guys. I had to choose one out of the three children, and unfortunately, it had to be the Ghostbusters pack. That kind of deal just does not come around very often. So that's basically where my money's going. I hope if it gets funded at 9,000, congratulations to everybody who's going to get it. I just can't do it right now. If they do it another 45 days, if they give it an extension, I probably will end up funding it because that would be crazy. And I think with the extra 45 days, all of the tiers will be backed. Renegade Biker, hey, how's it going, Renegade Biker? Good to see you, my friend. Dataslab, hey, Dataslab, what's going on? Picked up 60 backers so far since Malakili was announced. Yes, we just saw that. Absolutely insane. It started like the marathon starts going, but 4,000 backers in 6 days. That's a tall order. We're going to have to see how that runs. Armando says, no problem. Noni M. Hey, Noni M. Good to see you, my friend. How's it going? Wait, I'm confused. I just saw your other video. What's going on here? Noni M, if you must have heard it by now, they have announced that Malakili on their Instagram page has been included as a accessory to the Rancor Beast. All they have to do is reach the finish line at 9,000 backers, and Malakili will also be included with the Rancor Beast. He is not a tier. The first tier will still be the Gamorrean Guard. The second tier, unfortunately, will still be those stupid bones in the background and the backdrop. The third tier will be Salacious Crumb, for better or for worse. And the fourth tier, at 19,000 backers, will be Luke Skywalker. So, congratulations to everybody who helped enact this change. Malakili is included. As long as he reaches 9,000, as long as they reach 9,000 backers, Malakili will be included with the Rancor Beast. Excellent. Jay Smith, hey, Jay in chat. Hope everyone's well. I'm doing better now that you're here, Jay. Good to see you, my friend. Dataslam, utterly fascinating to me to see a major U.S. corporation with a market cap of almost $14 billion floundering around these days. Some people would call that justice. Some people would just be enjoying the revelation. I kind of look at it as the fans have finally enacted some change, and I'm glad for it. Thank you so much to everybody who helped to make this happen. This is a win for the fans. This is a win for all Star Wars. Incredible. Renegade Biker, it's at 4,810 for the Rancor. Yes, it keeps climbing, but will they be able to get 4,000 additional backers in the next 6 days? Time will tell. Time will tell. I'm not sure they have enough time. I think they're going to have to extend it. My feeling is they're still going to have to extend it. Armando, still not enough. It'll end up short of backers. Yes, I agree. I think they're going to extend it. I really do. I really think they're going to extend it. Fabulous Disaster, best of luck to those that want it. Absolutely. If they extend it another 45 days, I think a lot more people will jump on. Renegade Biker, it's now 4,813. Well, it keeps climbing. That's fine. Those Toy Junkies, 450. 450. What those Toy Junkies? Is that with tax? Is that what you mean? Is it going to be 450 with tax? Ouch! That is going to be a really expensive. Ow. Jay Smith, they were thinking about that moolah. Yes, they were thinking about that moolah. Jay Smith. Renegade Biker keeps. Yeah. The Skystriker is up to 5,859 for the Skystriker. Nice. Maybe they'll reach 6,000 by tomorrow. That would be sweet. Obi-Wan. Hey, Obi-Wan. Good to see you, my friend. I would have funded if they had included the sexy Ula figure. Yes, I think a lot of people would have jumped on the bandwagon for that for sure. Those Toy Junkies. Hey, those Toy Junkies. The cardboard diorama was a slap in the face. It was unfortunate, yeah. A lot of people were saying that it could have just been integrated into the box. I sort of can't disagree. I think it could have been integrated into the box. And you know what? The bones. Yeah, they're bones, man. Like a lot of people have been saying, we can 3D print that now. I can't disagree. I just can't. Noni M, which one are you backing out of the three? It's going to be the Ghostbusters Haslab. I already have a proton. I already have a neutrino wand. And that proton pack with an unlicensed nuclear accelerator. Man, that thing is calling my name. I got to tell you, it's amazing. It's an amazing piece of hardware. I got to tell you. Chemical Reaction, peace, my friend. How's it going? Twist as Hasbro added a Malakili for damage control. It's sad how Malakili would never have happened if this was super close to being funded. This is actually true. Twist as has a very good point. Thank you for bringing that up, Twist as. Awesome to see you, my friend. Data Slam 4,820. It continues to rise, so we shall see by tomorrow if it actually reaches anything like 5.5. It has a good chance. It has a good chance if it reaches 5.5 by tomorrow afternoon. I think that would be insane. And again, it would be a huge win for the fans, and it would be quite the turnaround for Hasbro. Wow. Renegade Biker, Noni, I'm only backing the Haslab Skystriker. There you go. Again, everyone's projects are their own, and I hope you guys are able to get those wonderful figures and these wonderful projects, these dream projects. Fabulous Disaster, I'm not getting any of these out. Fabulous Disaster is out. Fabulous Disaster is out. Armando, Skystriker might not even be back. I think that's also going to be. I have a feeling that's also going to be extended. Again, the perfect storm. I don't think they thought. I think that they overestimated how many fans are actually not cross fans. I think that they really thought that there were dedicated GI Joe fans, dedicated Star Wars fans, and dedicated Ghostbusters fans. I don't think they really took into account that there are fans of all three genres, pretty much the entire gambit. I don't think that they realize that. Rodimus. Imagine if the Skystriker fails, they cancel the O-rings and keep going on modern figures for the retro line. This is possible. I mean, it is possible. Finding out that the O-rings are not as sought after, or that part of the fandom has actually started to slow down a little bit, It's possible, but you know what? I think this was a real test. The Skystriker. It really was one of those things that they were hoping that it would actually catch on. Probably because they already had all the tools and the tool and dying for it. They already had all the molds, which they could have just reused. It is possible. So yeah, very interesting take on that, Rodimus. Twist as Hasbro is pushing the limits of what they can do. Hasbro is pushing the limits of what they can get away with. Clearly, Rancor failing. Time to add Malakili, the figure that should have been there since the very beginning. Another great insight on that, Twist as I do agree, and I cannot disagree. Renegade Biker Armando, we will see. Yes, we will. Jay, the O-ring retro and the classifieds is a lot going on. Then you add the Haslab Project on top of that. It's too much. That's a very good insight onto that too, Jay Smith. I can't deny that either. Michael Traverso, hey Jay, I'm filing this announcement under too little, too late category. Yes, it might actually be just shy of what they can actually get away with. I have a funny feeling. I seriously have a funny feeling. 4,100 backers is just going to be too much for them to actually pick up in 6 days. I think they are going to have to extend it another 45 days, and that will be excellent for everybody who's hoping to get this. Again, not making any assumptions on anything really. Actually, I'm making a grand assumption, to be perfectly honest with you, but it just seems a little bit too much for them to finish off, honestly. Chemical Reaction. These are all too expensive for me. If they want the money, I'd pay much for Gem and the hologram figures. Well, you can go over to Super 7 and pick up the reaction line for Gem and the holograms, Chemical Reaction. And if you really want some Ultimates Gem and the holograms, definitely write Brian Flynn and the team over at Super 7 a letter and let them know that you're in for the Gem and the holograms. Make sure that they have those audio cassette tapes. I will not purchase a Gem and the holograms figure without a tape. Armando, they probably have something else up their sleeves on the final day if they're still behind Just Watch. That might be true. If they pull out a Captive Leia, I guarantee 100% absolutely funded, no holds barred. It will be funded in a day if they pull out a Captive Leia. With a new, even if they pull out the old Captive Leia, I have a funny feeling it'll still be backed. Just saying. Those toy junkies. Haslab needs to make more Marvel projects. Honestly, they've been making a ton of Marvel projects. Think about it. They've already had the fully funded Sentinel. They funded the what's his name? Galactus. Come on, like they're on a roll with Marvel, and they were both fully funded. No additional stretch, no additional extensions needed. Honestly, those toy junkies, I think Marvel's doing really well. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually start doing vehicles now. It seriously would not surprise me. Twist ads, of course, they have to do damage control, 100%. I've been saying that since the very beginning. Say something, Hasbro, and they said something, and thank God, it's exactly what the fans wanted to hear. Renegade Biker, I wouldn't be surprised at that, Armando, 100%. Fizzo G, hey, Fizzo G, good to see you, my friend. You nailed it on the last video. No Captive Leia, as she has no interaction with the Rancor. Not saying I wouldn't take her though. Oh, just no to Captive Leia. Oh, I got you, Fizzo G. I understand, but trust me. You put her in there, instant funding, 100%. I guarantee it. That one I'm going to put a guarantee on. I guarantee you put Captive Leia in there, instant funded. Obi-Wan considers it too late as well. I'm sort of on the same opinion. Darkroom Diaries, yeah, okay, but still not worth it. Where is Ula? I know, Darkroom Diaries. I know. If they actually pull out an Ula in the next 3 days, you never know. If they actually start putting in the tiers that we want leading up to the 3 days, you might actually see this backed. It's very, very possible. If tomorrow they announce Ula and then the next day they announce, Captive Leia, who knows? Like I said, Captive Leia will instantly fund. I'm telling you. Armando, we spoke with us not giving Hasbro our money. Exactly. The fans have spoken, and this is what happens. 100%. Timothy Hans, hey, Timothy Hans, good to see you, my brother. How are you doing? Do we have any shipping updates for the 80s Commanders? They are shipping now. They're starting. They are now contacting Timothy. If you want, send them an email. They are starting to arrange for shipping arrangements now. So yeah, if you're interested, you're probably going to be in line as to who got their orders in first. But definitely drop Ramen Toy an email and see what they say. They might actually bump you ahead in the line. I don't know. Pardon me. I'm not saying that that's what they're going to do. I'm just saying it's possible. But anything's possible. But shipping has begun, from what I understand. Renegade Biker, Captain Leia should be with a Jabba sail barge, or they make another vehicle where Jabba was in his throne room with Salacious Crumb and Leia, in my opinion. This is true. That could possibly be another Haslab project, and maybe that's what they're waiting for. That is possible. That is possible. That is possible. Jay Smith says, "No oolah, no moolah." This has been a mantra for a lot of fans, throughout this whole campaign. Dorkham Diaries. This announcement is less than a week left. What kind of victor is that? You know what? It really is damage control. It really, really is. I don't think that personally, unless something really drastic happens, which this is pretty drastic, but unless something else happens, unless they add another figure in the line, something that we've all been looking forward to, I really have a hard time seeing them making 4,000 backers in 6 days. It's really, really difficult. They should have made this announcement much earlier, but I think that they had to get the license from the actor himself. I think they had to make a deal with him, and you know what? In that case, congratulations to him too. He signed a deal for his likeness. He's going to get paid. Congratulations to him. The fans did their job. They made this They made this change happen. Congratulations to everybody. This is a win for everybody involved. Raymond Chong. Raymond, good to see you, my friend. Price cut next. That would be awesome, Raymond. Oh, Raymond, champion that, my friend. Get all the fans on board with a price cut. I think that would be sweet. If they cut it down by even $50, I think that would be a win all around. That would be excellent. Thank you, Raymond. That's an awesome, awesome comment. Reformat 2086. Good to see you, my friend. The tiers shouldn't be so important. You're not actually paying for tiers. They are freebies. If you want the Rancor, that is what you're ordering, not the tiers. This is a constant thing that people have been saying. A lot of people have been saying this. Mike over the Tidarium Hangar has been talking about how he would rather see this go to retail at 175, maybe 200. That was his ceiling. Some people said they'll go as high as 250, and that is basically where they wanted to fund this. $350, it just seemed too much for a lot of people, and it seems to have really taken a chunk out of the enthusiasm for people wanting to back this. So the tiers are really what made this project enticing, and that I understand where you're coming from, Reform Ed, but at $350, the tiers really needed this to get over to the finish line, honestly. When you think about it, that's another $100 on top if they actually got all the tiers. Gaston, I'm sorry, my friend. I don't know how to pronounce those accents. I'm just going to say Gaston. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Thank you for being in the chat. In 6 days, the Rancor will be funded no problem unless they show a shitty rendering of Malakili. Don't screw this, Hasbro. Honestly, Gaston, I'm really skeptical about that. I'm hoping. I really am hoping. But I did the numbers. They need at least 4,000 backers right now. At least 4,000 backers to get to the finish line. In 6 days, it's going to be really close. And again, as I said, if it comes down to like 8,900 backers, they're probably going to go ahead and chuck in the extra 100 the extra money in themselves. But to be perfectly honest with you, just to save face. But I can't see them making 9,000 without announcing another. So like if they say that, you know what, we're gonna forget it, we're gonna throw the bones in as the accessories too. I think that will go a long way. I think that will go a huge way to actually getting this funded, and that's a big thing. But we will see. We will see. This is gonna be a case study. This is gonna be a huge case study on what crowdsource projects. How to do a successful crowdsource project. What is the psyche of people? What's the psyche of fans? How much money are they willing to spend on a project that doesn't have any accessories? This is going to be a huge case study going forward. I'm telling you. Reformatted. Demanding the Rancor Keeper and Ula is ridiculous. Hasbro doesn't owe you anything but the Rancor. Here's the reality, Reformatted. People have voiced their opinion that they're not willing to pay $350 just for a Rancor. A lot of people have said that. A lot of people's ceiling is $200. Some people have been willing to go to $250. So that being the case, the $350 price tag, a lot of people were relying on these stretch goals to entice them to continue to actually fund the project. When they didn't see anything worth their money, they pulled their money. And it's exactly what you're saying. Demanding it is something that, fine. They didn't demand it. But instead of actually demanding it, they said, "No, forget it. I'm not doing it. I'm pulling back my my pledge." And Hasbro doesn't owe us anything. You're right. Hasbro does not owe us a thing. But we obviously see that by not giving us additional stretch goals for $350, people were not willing to actually spend that money. They'd rather spend it somewhere else. So the ceiling was probably set at $250 for many people. And because of that extra $100, a lot of people were saying, what else am I getting for this Rancor Beast? I'm not saying you're wrong. I am not saying you're wrong. I think you're right. Hasbro doesn't owe anybody a thing. They really don't. But in this case, I think they outpriced themselves in the market. $350 for a Rancor Beast just seemed like a little bit too much. No accessories. Think about that. At $229 for the Haslab Skystriker, you got missiles, you got blast effects, you got 2 pilots. It was really something else. It was literally crazy. Give me 1 second, guys. I just got to answer this call. I apologize. Hey, I'm doing a live stream. What's up? What? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Whatever. I can fix that. I can fix that later. Don't worry about it. Thanks. Okay, I didn't mute my mic. Apparently, you guys heard that whole thing. Apparently, I misspelled something on my thumbnail. I'll rectify that after. I was in a rush to actually get that thumbnail out. My apologies. I'm a bad speller. I do know this. Fizzle G, nothing is free. This is true. This is absolutely true. I totally agree with that. Data Slim still needs 675 backers a day. Holy crap! 675 backers a day. Oh my god, that's a lot of backers. Holy crap. Twist as it's really not ridiculous when you're paying $350. This is true. I do agree with that. Reformatted. You know what I mean? The tiers aren't really part of it. What if Hasbro never even started tiers in the first place? Well, that's not the way crowdfunding works, though. Reformatted. It's just not, right? In order to actually entice people to actually get a project backed, all crowdsourced projects include some sort of incentives. This is time immemorial. You can go. Kickstarter started that whole idea way back in the day. So that's actually part and parcel. People are accustomed to that. Gustavo, beginning of the month, everyone gets their paycheck and they totally use it in this project instead of Christmas presents. That would be a nice sentiment, Gustavo. But everybody has families, right? I'm single, but that doesn't mean that everybody else is single. You got to think about your kids. You got to think about your mother, your brother, your cousin, your sister. You got to think about your best friend, right? There's a lot of gifts to be buying for people, right? Not everyone can hoard $350 for themselves. Sometimes you got to consider that, Gustavo. So that's a lot of people who will not be backing this Rancor project if they don't see something additional, which they can literally, maybe even sell some toys to actually get. Fizzo, it would be only $250 US. That seems to be the ceiling. It really does. Reformatted. It's $350 for the Rancor. Hasbro doesn't have to offer you any tiers. Yes, again, reformatted. We understand, but it's obvious that a lot of people's ceilings seem to be $250. They're not willing to pay $350. That's all I'm saying. I don't disagree with you. I really don't. It would only be $250 in your mind, but Hasbro is charging $350. But the tiers are not part of that. I get it. Once again, I get it. But the majority of people out there seem to agree that $250 seems to be the most they want to pay. You can't change people's minds. That's something. If Hasbro wants to charge that, it's exactly like putting a $250 ARC in the stores. In Canada, the Autobot ARC is $250. I did not buy it. I wanted it. I wanted it so bad, but I didn't buy it because I couldn't afford it. I could not afford $250. That month. I just couldn't do it. Yesterday, it dropped on Amazon for Black Friday to $139. Do you think I bought it? Absolutely, I bought it. That's just some food for thought. You're not wrong. Reformatted. You're not wrong. Haslab is absolutely within their right. Hasbro is absolutely within their right to charge $350. But is anybody going to buy it? I think it's clear that a lot of people were saying no, not without some sort of incentive. Twist as they should be lowering the price amount of backers needed without their tiers. Then this is something that happens. But they're in the business of making money. They don't want to not make money. So twist as that even though 3 million sounds like a lot of money, in the big scheme of things, it's actually not. Believe me, it's not. Reformat. They should be doing a lot of things, especially getting their products to stores, but they rarely ever do what they should or could. Well, there's no argument there. There is absolutely no argument there. Reformatted. Twist as the Rancor is a $250 toy at most. Pardon me. It's not 350. Okay, guys, we're there's oh my gosh, there's going to be a lot of back and forth. A lot of people have it's clear that a lot of people have strong feelings about how much something should be worth and whether or not the Rancor Beast should be at a certain price. So don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't want to read your comments. It's just we're going in circles right now. Obi-Wan. Ula is next. Keep the faith. I wouldn't mind them giving us the option to select our preferred 4 tiers, but they must include Ula. You know what? That's where I'm going to agree with Reformatted. They don't have to do anything. Obi-Wan. It would be nice. It would be nice if they did that. I would really like to get Ula just like everybody else, but they don't actually have to do anything. So we will see. Gustavo, don't worry. Galactus around 10,000 backers in less than a week. That's true. But what did they do, Gustavo? They announced another 2 heralds, right? That was very important. They announced another 2 heralds. After they announced those next 2 heralds, boom! It went through the freaking roof, and that's exactly what they had to do here. So we're gonna see if they're gonna announce one more character, and if it's Ula, almost guaranteed that's gonna fund 100%. Adrian Gamez Maldonado. I'm sorry, Adrian. I'm sorry if I screwed up your name. Please, I apologize. With that price, paid application and extras, sorry, but I think it would help more if the project failed. I see where you're coming from, Adrian. I see where you're coming from, Adrian. And you know what? I can't disagree, honestly. But I don't want to deny people who want to get at least the Rancor and Malakili. They need that chance. They need that chance. So best of luck to everybody. Best of luck to everybody. Noel, good to see you, my friend. Mr. J, the Rancor looks incredible, but it's a victim of bad timing. Holiday spending, too many Haslab projects, and some subpar tiers. Rancor needs an extension, and we'll get it, I believe. I completely agree with you, Noel. I completely agree with you. Even if they do reach their goal, it's my opinion that they owe it to the fans to give an extension, because a lot of fans do want this thing, and to be coupled with the Skystriker, with a Proton Pack, and Haslab and the Rancor Beast, it was completely the perfect storm, and people deserve another chance to actually get their funding on this, honestly. And what's the difference? Another 45 days? They can wait. They can wait. Data Slim, good job, Jay. Well, thank you, Data Slim. I'm just voicing my own opinion, but thank you. F Angel 2220. Feelings, yes, feelings. Oh, so many feelings. Gustavo, I don't think they are making Ula, but I do hope I'm wrong. I certainly hope that we're all in for a very big surprise, Gustavo. Reformatted. Hasbro doesn't. Okay. All right. Reformatted. I get it. I understand. But I think we can agree that although, okay, never mind. Yes, I get it. Rolando, I can't afford the Rancor, but I think it's best if the Rancor. It's best that the Rancor was. I think it's best Rancor ever made. Yes. It does look like the absolute best Rancor ever made. Reformatted. Seriously, if you're going to keep on this tier, I'm not gonna read your. It's not, again. I don't want to be rude, but seriously, we understand. We get it. Twist as seriously. Let's move on, please. Let's move on. Renegade Biker, it's at 438 now. I'm refreshing now until the time you, and by the time you read it, 5,865 backers for the Skystriker. keep going, Renegade. Keep going. Jay Smith, yeah. Well, are you back? Yes, are you backing it? Reformatted? That's an interesting question, actually. Matthew Henning, hey, Matthew Henning, good to see you, my friend. What about the other Rancor Keeper, Geargan? But Girin is just a he looks like all the other Skiff riders, right? I mean, like, didn't they already make a Skiff rider? Didn't they already make a Skiff guard Black Series like a while ago? Matthew, he might have, like, that figure might already exist. I'm just saying. I think that a similar figure already exists. Okay. Noel, Mr. J, before you go, I want to say, hope you and your family have a wonderful holiday, and please put Xmas lights on your Grayskull, okay? I know you will, because you're awesome, Jay. Your pal Noel. Noel, I don't have any lights to put on Grayskull. Maybe I'll have that, an LED show. I don't know, something like that. But thank you so much. Happy holidays to you too, Noel. And of course, happy holidays to everybody out there. Happy belated Thanksgiving weekend to everybody who celebrated it. And guys, I hope you got everything you needed on Cyber Monday and, of course, Black Friday. F Angel, wait, why do I remember Gem of the Holograms? It was an awesome show. And it wasn't just for girls. It was for guys, too. Reformatted. Okay, so here we go. Reformatted. I'm not backing anything. Haslab is pathetic. All this crap should be sold in stores like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. Hasbro is out of control with their greed. That's funny. That's funny hearing you say that for Reformatted. But you know what? I appreciate your candor. I appreciate the fact you accept facts the way they are. Haslab doesn't owe anybody anything. This is actually true. But at the same fans don't need to fund their stuff. Absolutely true. And you're living that. Great, good for you, Reformatted. Good for you. Like they say, I'm speaking with a wallet. Screw Hasbro. Oh, hilarious. That's awesome. That's great. Thanks, Reformatted. That's good. Just as, not always true, Reformatted. If a project is handled well and backers feel it's worth it, people will fund it well before the deadline. All right, guys, I'm going to move on. I'm sorry. Tony77, good to see you, my friend. LOL, they're trying to do damage control. They are not only trying, they have done it. Because they're losing money. They lost a lot of money. They lost a ton of money. Trust me. They lost a lot. Extended until Doomsday. That's funny. Tony, of OT, I don't think they hit the 9K. They're going to extend it for the month. Yes, for sure. Either 30 days or another 45 days. 100%. Matthew, after seeing the secondary price on other projects that have already shipped, a ton of collectors won't be able to help themselves and will back it on the last day. This is possibly true, but will it hit the 4,000 backers needed? It's tough to say, Matthew. It is really tough to say. Tony, if they don't hit the 9K, they're going to extend it for another month. Yes, I think we all agree on that. The Rancor is way overpriced. A lot of people agree on that too. Baron Maupertuis. Baron Maupertuis. I'm hoping my French is so poor right now. Baron Maupertuis. I hope I got that right, my friend. Reformatted is stuttering. No, I think he's just really upset. I really think he is. Tony, anyone can charge whatever they like, but at the end of the day, is someone going to buy it? Yes, this is a wonderful question. Is anybody going to buy it? Reformatted is answering the other posts, not stuttering. LOL. Yes, I can agree. Matthew, the Gamorrean Guard should have detachable parts, and the Rancor should have an eaten feature with a belly hatch a la Jurassic Park toys. That would be neat. That would be really neat. Unfortunately, it would really drive the price up, Matthew. I think, to an nth degree. Reformatted. My comments weren't aimed at you, Jay. I was replying to other comments. No. I get it. Reformatted. I get it. I totally get it. And I appreciate that. As I said, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. However, I do have to look at the other side of the coin. People just have their own opinion, and their ceiling seems to be around the 250 mark. Saving Saint Stans. Good to see you, my friend. The other people aren't thinking about is what the other thing. Holy crap! The other thing people aren't thinking about is we are still a pandemic, and people are still very strapped for cash. Stretch goals act as a discount if there's a resale value for items. Well, that's an interesting comment. Yes, I can see where you're coming from, Saving Stain Stan. It's interesting. Renegade. Jay, I think the Skystriker Haslab has been done with some changes that look like the original F-14 Tomcat with a Vulcan cannon that's different from the vintage. I did a video on my channel. Excellent. Guys, if you haven't already, please check out Renegade Biker 24's channel. It's a really cool place to hang out. Darth Irian, good to see you, my friend. Did it with Unicron to extend it, and with 3 Haslab. I gotta get this someday. Did it with Unicron to extend it, and with 3 Haslabs going on, it would have been better if one did get pushed out. You know what? I can't disagree. Dartharian, I cannot disagree. Binap, hey, Binap, good to see you, my friend. How rare was the Hasbro Pulse Star Wars stuff? I mean, it's not that rare. I was able to get one, 2, 3 actually. I was able to get a couple of them. I mean, it was luck of the draw, really, at the end of the day, Binap. So yeah, I'm not sure how rare at all, honestly. Matthew, I would go crazy for Top Gun figures and scale with the Skystriker. That would be awesome. Seeing Ice and Maverick and Goose, that would be sick. That would be awesome. What was the name of the last guy? I always remember Ice. I always remember Goose, and I always remember Maverick. I just remember those three guys. Who's Iceman's wingman? I cannot for the life of me remember who Iceman's wingman was. F Angel 2220. I was watching your most recent video where you mentioned the Rancor is really limited because of the being scene specific. There are rumors that Rancor will show up in upcoming media. Yes, I mean Rancor has shown up in the comics. Rancor has shown up, on the Bad Batch. But this Rancor, this was a very specific Rancor, though, F Angel. This Rancor is specific to Return of the Jedi, which is why I said it's very specific, right? The Millennium Falcon shows up in arguably all the movies. In 6 movies. The Millennium Falcon, arguably shows up in 6 movies. You know what I mean? The Death Star shows up in 2 movies. What's it called? The Star Destroyers show up in multiple movies in different iterations, right? That's what I'm trying to say. That the Rancor Beast is actually very specific. I hope that makes sense. But they are introducing it into more media, including the Bad Batch. So I'm really looking forward to it. Renegade Biker, thanks for the plug, Jay. I'm now at 922 subs. Congratulations, bro! Only a few more, and you can become a partner on YouTube. Excellent. Congratulations. Pardon me, Matthew Henning, Slider. Not sure what that means, Matthew. But you might have to elaborate for me. Darth Wizzy Wizard. 7 if you include Solo. There you go. That's a good point. Obi-Wan. Sorry, but I respectfully disagree. If you think that a company like Hasbro does not do its math and include tiers and stretch goals, it's in its overall profits, you're kidding yourselves. No, I know for a fact that they could probably produce a number of Rancors for $1 million, 100%. I totally get that, but will they? They want that extra $2 million, Obi-Wan. Like, make no mistake, they want that $2 million. When you really think about it, a Rancor Beast is probably $50, in mass quantities. If you do about 10,000 Rancors, they're about $50 each, maybe even less than that, maybe $25 each, right? But is anybody going to buy them for $350? There's your question. Saving Saint Stands. Mattel did a WWE ring crowdfunding. It was $250 and had 3 figures, battery operated lights and components. It was worth it for me because I feel I recouped by selling 2 figures. That's true, but it almost also didn't make its funding. It only made its funding because of the Macho Man. I know for a fact because I told people as many people as possible about that Macho Man early bird, and it was seriously looking like it was not going to get funded until Macho Man. The table, 2 monitors, and 2 microphones were included. Seriously, they had to include quite a bit to actually get it over the finish line. Renegade Biker, there was a Wolfman, and I think his name was, and I think there was a Cougar as well in the Top Gun. Okay, Wolfman, Cougar, yes, Jester, and Viper. Got you. Excellent, thank you. I think it was Wolfman. I think you're right. I think it was Wolfman. Dartharian, it's definitely time to be released. Just in time for Return of the Jedi's 40th anniversary. Yes, I believe that's exactly why they were doing it that way. Unfortunately, it's bad timing. Tony, do you think including the Rancor Keeper is enough? Honestly, I think it's just too late. I think it would have been enough a week ago. I think if they had done it a week ago, they would have been well over their goal right now. But as it is right now, 6 days left to go, it's going to be close. It's going to be super close. And if they make it within 100 backers, they're going to put in the rest of the money themselves. I guarantee it. Data Slim. Slider was a Top Gun. That's what it was. I'm sorry, Matthew. There you go, Matthew. Slider is Iceman's partner in Top Gun. Thank you. Yeah, you got to finish off that sentence because just saying randomly a word Slider, whew, that blew through my hair like an F-14 Comcat. Crazy, but thank you, Matthew. Awesome, thank you, Data Slam. Darth Wizzy Wizard. Does anybody not think the neck on the Rancor looks horrendous? Well, I mean, they had to show some sort of articulation, the folds of the neck. It's the limitations of actually being an action figure, my friend. Sean Harrell. Hey, Sean, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing much better now that you're here, Sean. Strychnine. Good one. I like it. I'm backing it now. All I wanted was Malakili and Ula. Since I know Disney won't let them do Ula, I'm happy. Well, there you go. There's a reason to back it, 100%. Sean, Top Gun is one of my favorite movies. It's one of my favorite movies too, my friend. Absolutely epic, 100%. Guys, oh my gosh. This has been an absolute revelation, to be honest with you. And you know what? I think it really is a win for the fans. I really do think so. I think that by showcasing, their disappointment with everything that's been involved in this project, whether it be the price, whether it be the different tier levels, whether it be the fact that they weren't being listened to, or whether it just be a sheer frustration and inability to actually fund this project, because there are 3 projects going on at the exact same time, and you have to choose one of your freaking children, right? I think that actually has really hit the breaking point in terms of fans' ability to fund any of these projects going forward. And because of that, I think Hasbro is learning some very, very valuable lessons that fans themselves are not just going to buy everything that you offer them. I think Haslab is starting to realize that, you know what? We really have to be very careful about the projects we choose. We got to be very careful about the additional goals that are set forth when the projects are made. Because, let's be honest, as Obi-Wan has said, projects, once they're made, they already know which tiers they're going to make, because that's all in the budgeting of actually making all of these figures. They already said, we're going to give away the Gamorrean Guard, we're going to give away Bones and a backer, we're going to give away Salacious Crumb, and we're going to give away a brand new Luke Skywalker if we reach 19,000 backers. They knew well ahead of time that these were the schedules that they were going to do. They obviously did not intend to do Malakili. They probably had absolutely no intention of doing Ula, and hopefully that'll change. And they have absolutely no intention of doing a Captive Leia for this collection. I can't remember who it was, but somebody mentioned that they might be interested. Maybe there's an interest in doing a Jabba scene with Jabba, with Salacious Crumb, and with a Captive Leia, with an entire diorama set. I think that would probably be worth $300 to somebody. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this impromptu live stream. 43 people in the stream. Thank you so much. What a wonderful chat we've been having. A lot of people voicing their opinions. This has been a very polarizing subject for a lot of fans, whether it be Ghostbusters, whether it be GI Joe, and especially for Star Wars. Wow, what a crazy time we've been living in. What an incredible perfect storm that Hasbro created for themselves. And once again, congratulations to all the fans who made a difference and made this happen. You enacted change. You made sure that this Rancor Beast was worth it to you and spoke the way you wanted to, whether it be with your wallets, whether it be on social media, emails, on YouTube. Guys, you made a huge difference. Congratulations to everybody who's going to be able to hopefully get this if they reach the 9,000 backers within this month. If not, I have a very sneaking suspicion that they're going to extend it another 45 days because they've already spent the money on it. Guys, I'm going to answer just a few more questions before we log off. This has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for joining me. Guys, once again, I want to wish everybody a happy belated Thanksgiving weekend. It was a blast. I hope all you guys are doing well and staying safe out there. It is pretty crazy in the world we live in right now. But don't worry, guys. We're going to get through this together. We got in this together, guys. We're going to get out of it together. Everybody, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. Let's just answer the last few questions before we log off. Dartharian says, "I'm wondering if overseas backers could yet to be counted, and that last minute fear missing out could push it." That's interesting. That is interesting. If they actually add the backers now from overseas, and that actually pushes it over the 9,000 mark, and people just have to have the Rancor Beast. Very interesting idea. Reformatted. Haslab has started strong with Jabba Sail Barge and Unicron. Now their offerings are smaller and could definitely be sold at Walmart and Target. That's an interesting concept as well, Reformatted. I wonder about that. Michael M., good to see you, my friend. This should have been a home run. Haslab biffed it. Well, that actually, I can't disagree with that either. Tony, out of the 3 Haslab projects, which would you like the most? The Proton Pack is my pick. I'm right there with you, Tony. Honestly, for value for money and for what you're getting, geez Louise. And the fact that it's actually going to make at least 3 out of its 5 tiers, yeah, 100%. It's a no-brainer. Renegade Biker, Sean, cool. I was stationed at NAS, Miramar, aka Top Gun, when I was in the U.S. Navy. Wow. Thank you for your service, Randy Biker. You are a true hero. Data Slim. Someone needs to crowdfund the third-party Bula figure so everyone's happy. Oh my gosh. Shots fired, my friend. Dartharian. Yep, I had to go Proton Pack. It was something I always wanted since I was watching the real Ghostbusters as a kid. True. And now they can repaint it blue to match the cartoon. Darth Soldier 6. Darth 6 Soldier. Galactus and the Sentinel have lights. Yeah, I know. That's again, it's interesting, right? It really is. What you get from one and what you don't get from the other. Darth with a Wizzy Wizard. Reformed. Agree, man. 100%. Data Slam. Rock on, Jay. Thank you so much, Data Slam. You're amazing. Reformed at 2086. I personally think Hasbro is testing to see how far they can push the fans pace-wise. I believe so. I've said that in multiple live streams. Darth, Wizzy Wizard, Star Was. Thanks, Jay. You're welcome, my friend. Reformatted precisely. Sean Harrell, you have a good night, my friend. You too, Sean. Thank you for joining the stream. Joseph Michaels, the adventurous Joe. Taking off now, bro. Take care of yourself, and may the force and gods love you and wisdom, and may wisdom be with you always. Thank you, Joseph. May the force be with you as well, my friend. And may you be safe, and I hope you're doing well, staying safe for you and all your loved ones this holiday season. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Twist as, that's exactly what I said earlier with Formatted LOL. You guys, you're all in the same tier. You guys are awesome. Thank you again for joining the chat. Guys, thank you once again for joining me for this impromptu live stream. You guys are awesome. Thank you again for helping us to reach almost 2,000 subscribers here on the MJR Collector channel. You guys are amazing. Once again, once we hit that major milestone, we're going to be giving away some amazing prizes, chances to give away those amazing prizes. You guys are awesome. The Wheel of the Mission knows no mercy. You guys will see it firsthand. Thank you again so much for being here and joining the chat. Guys, I hope all of you are doing well, staying safe. Once again, happy belated Thanksgiving weekend. Guys, I hope everyone out there has a great, happy holiday season coming up. Whether you celebrate it or not, guys, Merry Christmas and hopefully a Happy New Year. Guys, we're all going to get through this. Things might look difficult now, but trust me, it's going to all work itself out in the end. Thank you once again for joining me here on this impromptu live stream, you guys. I hope you guys are all doing well, staying safe. Oh my gosh, last ones. The Adventurous Joe, taking off. Okay, Twist as, yes. Darth Wizzy Wizard, God bless you, Jay. God bless you too, Wizzy Wizard. Thank you so much. Dartharian, first time popping in for a bit. Good talk. Thank you so much for being here, Dartharian Wizard. I hope you're doing well. Twist as, same for me, Dartharian. I normally just listen in. Twist as, you guys are amazing. Thank you again so much. Once again, everybody, I'm going to sign off right now. This is going to be it. Thank you so much for joining the chat. I hope all of you are doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. May the force be with you, everybody. Geek proud.